What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stimulus update for Saturday, March 13th. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions specifically today about the $1,400 stimulus checks. We've heard a lot from people that are getting their checks, but they're pending. We know some are not even seeing their stimulus checks hitting their bank accounts. So I want to provide an update on the stimulus checks. I want to provide an update on the child tax credit of up to $3,600. And I want to provide an update on just what we are hearing from Congress at this point. First, the $1,400 stimulus checks, what we know is that yes, the IRS or the Treasury has already sent them out. Many people are seeing them already hit their bank accounts. If you have, please let me know down in the comment section below. Just let me know and type in "got it." Or you can actually type in the amount of money you received. I'm hoping everybody is receiving the amount of money that they were actually supposed to get, because we are getting reports of some people are not seeing their full stimulus check. For instance, let's say it's myself and my 3 kids and my wife, right? Let's say we should get a $1,400 stimulus check for a family of 5. That comes out to $7,000. Let's say I'm waiting on that, and let's say I only get a stimulus check of $2,800. What is the reason behind that? Well, according to a few experts, we could see that the IRS does make this mistake where they only send the allocated amount for the filer and their spouse, and they forget the children. If this is the case, at this point, what you need to understand is they may go back and fix this, but according to the bill, if you do not get your full amount, then you can get the rest of it when you file your taxes for 2021, which would actually come into effect sometime in 2022. That is the bad news. The good news, though, is we are seeing many mixed status people get their stimulus check but only get a partial amount. And here's what we know based on that. If you, let's say you are a United States citizen, however, your spouse or vice versa is an ITIN holder, what we know is, yes, you should be able to get your stimulus check. The person with the ITIN number should get their stimulus check as well. However, you're a mixed household. So the person with a social security number might get their stimulus check first, let's say through direct deposit, and the other one with the ITIN number might not get their stimulus payment through direct deposit. They might get their stimulus payment through a paper check or through a prepaid debit card. What we do know is the paper checks are supposed to be sent out on March 22nd, and we know the prepaid debit cards are supposed to be sent out on March 29th. Those are the new reports according to the IRS. That's their schedule. One thing I do want to state is that we are seeing a lot of people get their stimulus check, but it's pending. And they keep asking, what's going on? When am I going to get it? Why is it pending? Does it have something to do with me? Are they not sure if I am going to get it or if this is not the correct amount? What is the reason behind that? Well, we actually have answers. When a payment is pending, has nothing to do with the Treasury or the IRS. The pending issue is coming from the bank itself. We saw a lot of this happen with Chase Bank. We've seen a lot of this happen with Wells Fargo as well. So if you are banking with Wells Fargo or Chase Bank, just understand you may see it pending all the way till March 17th. And again, that's 4 days away, so that's what, Tuesday? So it's not technically that bad. We're going to get it. It's going to happen very soon, which is the good thing. Or actually, the 17th, I think, is Wednesday. I could be wrong. Anyway, you get the idea. It's March 17th. That's when the hold should pretty much be lifted. Now, here's some other things I want to address. If you filed your federal income taxes already and you are waiting on a return, what you need to keep in mind is currently the IRS is stating they're behind by roughly 7 million tax returns. This is about 3 times what it was last year at this point. So just to make it and put it into a little bit of context, if they are 3 times behind or 3 times as behind as they were last year, which they were fairly behind last year as well, last year what we saw is they took pretty much all of 2020 to get out your tax returns for 2019 for many people. Even in January, the IRS was still about 6 million tax returns behind, and that is a huge issue, and that's for 2019. So I don't even know what's going to happen in 2020 or for 2021 based on your 2020 taxes. But according to a few reports, there has been multiple requests to push back the filing date from its current point, which is actually April 15th, which is what pretty much the normal filing day is for every single year. But there are multiple lawmakers that are trying to get this pushed back into July. Some are saying July 15th is the date that they want to set, but it's still being discussed at this point. We also know there's a lot of people being targeted at this point for scams. There's a lot, okay? I actually received a call just the other day, just yesterday, or actually last night, that somebody was saying that if they don't get my banking information right away, my stimulus check is not coming. Well, my stimulus check is not coming anyway. I don't qualify for a stimulus check. So for that, it's like, okay, great. That's awesome. I'll hurry and send out my information. No, I'm not going to do that. The IRS, for one, is never going to call you. They're never going to call you to ask you for your banking information. If they don't have it on file and you do not go and submit it, they won't send you a stimulus check. They're not going to call and say, hey, we need your information so we can expedite your stimulus check. They're not going to do that. And on that same point, here's a big issue that we're seeing, and this is a question that I got quite a bit lately, is what about us on SSI, SSDI, veterans, railroad workers? What about us? Are we going to get our stimulus check? And here's the quick answer is yes. If you receive any benefits, if you receive any monthly payment, your $1,400 stimulus checks, according to the IRS, should be deposited on the same card that you get your Social Security benefits through. So if it's not, okay, let's say you got direct deposit last time for the $600. Let's say you got direct deposit for the $1,200. That does not mean you're going to get direct deposit in this one as well. According to many experts, what happened in the last couple rounds was actually fairly odd, because people that did have direct deposit maybe got the $1,200 stimulus check, but then got a paper check or a prepaid debit card for the $600 payment. And we could see that exact same thing happen again. So just because you normally get direct deposit does not mean you are guaranteed to get direct deposit this time as well. But going back to people on Social Security, what you need to keep in mind is just because you're on Social Security does not mean the IRS knows, okay, this is the bank account I need to send that check to. Some people have had to go into the irs.gov website, into the Get My Payment portal, and actually put in new information. Put in their bank account information because the IRS just forgot it. They just didn't have it anymore, even though every single year when they would file for their taxes, they would put in the same bank account every single year, and all of a sudden the IRS just forgot it. They lost that information. So if that's the case, you can call the IRS, but I can tell you right now, the IRS is extremely overloaded. I have had multiple people reach out to me seeing if I can get a hold of the IRS, and I can't, okay? Just want to be 100% upfront with you guys. I am not going to take your information and call the IRS on your behalf. I can't do that, and I'm not going to, okay? Do not give out your information. If somebody says, oh, I can help you, don't give out your information at all. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's somebody you trust on YouTube. Do not give out your information, okay? And I'm never going to ask you for your information. I'm never going to ask you for a payment. I'm never going to ask you to go and send me Bitcoin. I'm never going to do that, okay? Right now, and this is the same thing that happens every single time. Anytime a scammer sees, hey, the American people are getting money. It doesn't matter if they're in the United States. It doesn't matter if the scammer's in Europe, China, Africa, Mexico, Australia. It doesn't matter where they're from, right? If anybody in the world sees, hey, the American people are going to get $1 trillion in stimulus directly paid to them, what do you think's going to happen? We are going to get targeted more than anybody else. And it's because of the amount of money that's going into the American people's pockets. So what I want you to do, just be very careful. Do not answer calls that you don't know. The IRS will never call you. The Treasury is never going to call you. Okay, you will never get a request to expedite your stimulus check. Don't do that. All right. And the next thing, when it comes to Social Security, okay, what you need to keep in mind is if you don't get a stimulus check, let's say you're not required to file income taxes. There's a lot of people that aren't. Let's say you're not required to file and you've never received your stimulus checks, your $1,200 stimulus check or your $600 stimulus check, and you are not a dependent on anybody's tax return. You can still get that additional $1,800 on top of the $1,400 stimulus check. So yes, you can get a total of $3,200. $3,200. And all you have to do is go and file your taxes. That's all you have to do. And I know saying that's all you have to do, it's a lot for people that have not filed in years, but that's what you have to do. I've talked with many different people, many CPAs, and they're saying the exact same thing. They're having to do this for a lot of new clients simply because they didn't receive anything. They didn't receive the $1,200 stimulus check. They didn't receive the $600 stimulus check, and they're worried that they may not receive the $1,400 stimulus check at all either. When a lot of these people that are not required to file income taxes are making $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a year, that's nothing. $8,000 a year, and you could potentially be getting a $3,200 check or checks. That's a lot. Almost, what's that, 40% of your normal yearly income you can get in free money just by going to file a free tax return? It's almost a no-brainer. So if you do fall within that and you are one of those people that have not received a $1,200 check, not received a $600 stimulus check, and you're worried that you will not get the $1,400 stimulus check either, please comment down in the comment section below. Let me know. Okay, I will try to help you out the best that I can. I know it's difficult. It's sometimes a little bit scary to file an income tax return when really you don't need to. But that's what many tax experts are saying right now, is that's the only way to get those 3 stimulus checks and guarantee it. So if you have any questions whatsoever regarding the stimulus check, the stimulus package, let me know. All right. Now, regarding the $3,600 child tax credits, here's what we are kind of hearing at this point. The IRS is trying to figure out, and actually many lawmakers are trying to figure this out as well, but Congress pretty much threw this all on the IRS saying, hey, you deal with it, you figure it out. So what we are hearing is that right now the IRS is trying to figure out how they could potentially send out these monthly checks for the child tax credit. This could become an issue if, okay, and I just want to point this out, if we see the tax date get pushed back to July 15th, anytime in July, here's the issue. What we're going to have happen is in July, that's supposed to be the first payment for the child tax credit. Well, if you couple that with extending the tax date back into July, the IRS is going to be overloaded in July as well. So it would actually be a bad thing. So we need to watch for this. Okay, I just want to be clear. We have to watch for this. If we see the IRS does push back their date from April 15th back into July, okay, and that's most likely the time it happens sometime in July, most likely July 15th. If this happens, just keep in mind, it could delay the child tax credits through a monthly payment. But if we don't see the portal come out for the child tax credits anyway, then I don't see it coming out in July to begin with. So if that's the case, okay, and again, I'm going to keep you updated on all that. I'm doing my research every single day, making sure that I have the newest information. But right now, we have really nothing. We have nothing from the IRS because they have so many other issues. They're sending out the checks right now. They're trying to send out refunds, the tax refunds as well. And they're still working on 2019 tax refunds as well. So just keep that in mind. They're going through a lot. So if you have any questions on any of that, also please ask those questions down in the comment section below as well. We do know the $300 per week unemployment boost, that will be extended. It already has been, but we could see people already seeing that money this Thursday. yes, this Thursday is when a lot of people are saying they should get their check from the past week, and then next Thursday is when they will get their new check of the new $300 boost. So that's kind of what we are hearing. As always, if you have any more questions, let me know. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on as well. And I'll see you guys on the next one.